Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to dive into one of those tricky little grammar points that trips up so many Spanish learners. But trust me, by the end of this, you are going to feel like a total pro. We're talking all about using negatives with prepositions. Let's get right into it. So, first things first, let's look at this sentence on the screen. No hablo con alguien. Now, your brain, especially if you're an English speaker, probably translates that to I don't talk with anyone. And it seems like it should be perfectly fine, right? But it's completely wrong in Spanish. So what on earth is going on here? We're about to crack that code.
To figure out why that sentence is a no-go, we've got to take a quick step back and look at the foundation of all Spanish negatives. Now, this is a concept that might feel a little backward to us English speakers, but it is the absolute essential first step.
Okay, so you've probably seen these words a million times, right? Nada for nothing, nadie for nobody, nunca for never. These are the basics. Think of them as your toolkit. These are the building blocks you're going to need for any negative sentence in Spanish.
And that brings us to the golden rule. You know how in English you get told your whole life, don't use double negatives? Well, you have to unlearn that right now, because in Spanish, it's not just okay to use them, it's absolutely required. This one idea is the key to unlocking everything else.
So, here's a perfect classic example. No veo nada. If you translate that word for word, it's I don't see nothing. Yeah, I know, in English that sounds totally broken, but in Spanish, it's perfect. You've got the no before the verb and the nada after. Two negatives equals one perfectly correct sentence.
All right, so we've got that foundation down. Now for the real breakthrough moment, we're going to add just one more layer to our golden rule, prepositions. This is where little words like con, with, a, to, and en, in, come in and completely change the game. And honestly, the structure is a super simple three-step formula. You can't mess this up. Step 1, you always start with no right before the verb. Step 2, you add your preposition. And then, step 3, this is the magic ingredient, you have to follow it with a negative word like nadie, nada, or ningún.
So full disclosure, there are technically two correct ways to form these sentences. You have pattern A, no hablo con nadie, and pattern B, con nadie hablo. They both mean the exact same thing. But, and this is a big but, pattern A is the one you're going to hear and use pretty much all the time.
So here's my pro tip for you, and trust me on this one. Just stick to pattern A. For now, you can almost pretend pattern B doesn't even exist. That no plus verb plus preposition plus negative formula is what's going to make you sound natural, and it works in almost every situation. Okay, you've got the theory, you've got the rule. Now for the best part, the payoff. Remember that sentence from the beginning? The one that looked right but was totally wrong? Let's go back and fix it using our new superpower.
This is the little mental trick you need to learn. Anytime you're making a negative sentence and your English-speaking brain says with someone, con alguien, you need a little alarm to go off that says, nope, swap it. You gotta use con nadie instead. It's a straight-up replacement. And guess what? It's the exact same deal for this next one. If you're negating something and you start to think about something in algo, that just flips right over to about nothing, en nada. Simple as that. All right, let's do one more just to really hammer it home. You think, for some boss, para algún jefe, but since the sentence is negative, it has to become for no boss, para ningún jefe. See that pattern? The positive word just gets kicked out, and its negative buddy takes its place.
And there it is, our perfectly corrected sentence, no hablo con nadie. Seriously, burn this one into your brain. It's the perfect model. You've got no, the verb, the preposition con, and then the negative word nadie. Beautiful. Let's look at another one just to see it in action again. No pienso en nada. I'm not thinking about anything. See? Same exact logic. No, the verb pienso, the preposition en, and the negative word nada. Super simple, super clean. And how about one more for good measure? No voy a ningún lugar. I'm not going anywhere. And notice here we're using ningún because lugar is a masculine noun. This formula is just so incredibly useful and versatile.
All right, you've seen the rule, you've seen how it works, now it's your turn to play. Because let's be honest, the only way this stuff really sticks is by actually doing it. So let's test out your new skills right now. Okay, game time. Take a look at these three sentences. Go ahead and pause if you need to, and see if you can fill in the blanks using either nadie, nada, or ningún. All right, pencils down. Let's see how you did. For number 1, no hablo con, it's nadie. For 2, no voy a, it's ningún lugar. And number 3, no trabajo para, it's also ningún jefe. So how'd it go? Hey, don't worry if you didn't get them all. You're building a new habit, and that takes practice.
Okay, this next step is maybe the most important one. I really want you to say these out loud with me. Don't just think them. Ready? No hablo con nadie. No pienso en nada. No voy a ningún lugar. No trabajo para nadie. You're literally training your mouth and your brain to connect these words automatically.
Okay, so if you're going to walk away from this with just a few key things, make it these 3. First, Spanish loves double negatives. It requires them. Second, when a preposition shows up in a negative sentence, you have to use a negative word like nadie or nada after it. And third, that magic formula, no plus verb plus preposition plus negative, is your new best friend. Seriously. And just like that, you did it. You came here to crack a really common Spanish problem, and now you have to key. You just conquered a grammar rule that trips up so many learners for years. So now that you've got this under your belt, feeling good, feeling confident, what's the next piece of Spanish you're ready to master?